I've been guided to offer this most unusual invitation, and it's happened as a result of different things happening in my life, and one of them is not having a home as such, not having a fixed base which I have to look after in the conventional way. This has happened through a whole series of interesting circumstances to me, and it leaves me in this really extraordinary position of being able to say this: I am willing to go anywhere in the world, and I will train a small group of people to become universal soul retrieval practitioners, which means I will take you through the whole process of learning traditional shamanism, and we will then switch from traditional shamanism to the speciality which I offer, because this is what my helpers have to say. My helpers want there to be hundreds of universal soul retrieval practitioners practicing in the world every day, and they want this to start this year, preferably as soon as possible. So this is my contribution to this. I'm making myself available. Now, I don't want to get paid for doing this. I'm willing to do this purely for expenses. So what it means in practical terms is get a group of 6 people together who want to train, get together the airfare or the bus fare or the train fare, depending on where it is you live, find somewhere for me to sleep the night, make sure I get well fed and have copious quantities of good quality water, and I will train you and your group of people. I'll take you through the whole process of shamanic training into the full universal soul retrieval training itself. And this is what I'd like to explain to you. It cost me thousands of pounds and 2 years of hard work to become a trained shamanic practitioner. And I've then had to have years of experience, which culminated in the universal soul retrieval being given to me by my helpers. And I'm going to be able to offer this for you in about 4 days. And you're going to say, well, excuse me, how can it go down for so many years to 4 days? Well, the simple answer is, hey guys, it's 2012. Things are possible so much quicker now than they ever were. So, put it this way, the guides and helpers have been working overtime with me. They've been doing all sorts of things to prepare me for this moment. And at the beginning of February, I've got my very first universal soul retrieval training, which is happening here in this room. And from then onwards, I'm going to be invited to go wherever in the globe it is I'm asked to go, and I will train people, and I will train people, and I will train people. And the reason I'll do this is because this is the most exciting thing that I can conceive of in my life, is to train people to do what I love. The satisfaction to be obtained from this activity is second to none, because you know that people come to you with awful problems, really severe illnesses and difficult issues, and you know that when they've had the work, they start to feel better than they've ever felt before. So can you imagine the satisfaction you could obtain from that? And when you're trained, you may certainly charge. There's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. People charge for services. You go to a baker's, you buy a loaf of bread, you give money. There's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. But in terms of this training, there's no charge for the training. It's simply a matter of clubbing together and funding my travel and my expenses. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, whoever you are, and I'd love to come and stay with you and train you and those people with you. So I'll be seeing you soon, I hope. Just get in touch on the website. Thank you.
Well, you know, I'm noticing, and I'm sure you are too, Hal, that so much of what we're about at this new time, you know, into this new year and everything, really is about co-creation much more than it ever, you know, was before. And everything that's come into my life over the past certainly 6 months or so, everything has been connected to another person. You know what I'm saying? It's the connections are really phenomenal. As a matter of fact, his name is Keith Robinson, the YouTube shaman, a friend from Australia, and you know, if you're listening in, I love you, sweetheart. Okay, I think she may be listening. She had just asked me to, a site that she goes to frequently, I think it's called lightworkers.net or something like that. She wasn't able to access it, so she just asked me basically, would I see if it was live? You know, that's all, you know. So it was very easy for me to go there, and it was, and I sent her the link, and she was able to get in. But then I'd never seen that site before, so I'm looking around, and that's when I saw this video from you know, the YouTube shaman, Keith Robinson, and it's only a few minutes. maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and it's like, you know, you have the same ability, you have the same shtick that I do. You kind of know immediately when something is really, you know, something really resonates with you and it's in truth. You know, it's like, so I looked at his video and I go, oh my God, this guy is amazing. I just knew it right away, right? And then I went and I had a session with him, and it was really life-changing. It was, you know, apparently, this may not be correct information, but what I understand is when a shaman, you know, pieces of our, you know, retrieves a piece of our soul that's been out there, they can just do a few at a time. He's able to take, you know, thousands of soul fragments and bring them back in alignment into your, you know, into your essence, into your body. I mean, it's pretty extraordinary. And when I read the testimonials, people had said, I mean, I don't think there's anybody else doing this kind of work in the world. And what's exciting about him is that he's told me that, you know, he only needs 6 people who want to bring him here, and he is ready to teach what he does to potential healers who would like to learn it. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, he's a guy that we've got to get on the show. I think it's Keith Robinson, right?
Yes.